Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So I was just live a little while ago, but I was told to go live again. So really quick, I do have quite a few different workshops that are coming up. If you'd like to join me and learn quite a few different things about yourself, your energy, and how you can harness it, go check those out at k33academy.com/store. So this is a Blu-ray update. Okay. Blu-ray update. Crucial energetic developments are coming. Okay. Crucial energetic updates are coming. I will be going live on the exclusive chat area to really go in depth on these crucial updates that are coming. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Let's get started. Let's definitely get started. So energies have been shifting. There are a lot of events and whatnots that have been very much obscured. I have to be very careful the way in which I communicate this, simply because I was given a very strong indication that if I don't, at the very least, take care in the words that I choose to use during this particular live stream, that there is a potentiality of this channel. There's a potentiality of all of my profiles across social media being removed. So I will behave. I will behave. So there's a lot of things that are being obscured. Okay. These are things that I will go into detail on in the soulsanctuary.love chat. And you can sign up on soulsanctuary.love. Thank you, Lindsay. Right there. It's an exclusive space for our ministry members. And it doesn't matter if you're already part of an organized religion. It doesn't matter what you believe. Our ministry is about accepting people who are ready to better understand themselves, you know. I was on Patreon, but I'm not on Patreon anymore just because it didn't feel right being there. So I quickly got off of Patreon. All right. So Village Baby's like, girl, Mama Bear, don't leave the baby bears alone. Y'all are my baby bears. So I started to dive into this subject matter in a live stream, the last Blu-ray update that I did, which I subsequently had to take down, and I was put in timeout by Michael and my soul yesterday. So I will behave myself, promise, not even joking. I will behave myself. This is going to be more of a serious type reading. And I hope that whatever it is we read here, that it doesn't induce any type of discomfort or fear, that instead everything you hear me share will reignite that sacred flame, your fire, and allow your passion to fuel your rise, right? You have the power to do that. Let's get started. Okay, so Blu-rays, you are absolutely being charged, supercharged, right? You're being rejuvenated, refilled in order to help with the alchemical change that's occurring in the world. There are quite a few different things that are going to lead to tumultuous change. Okay. These are things that, again, are being obscured. These are things that I think to some degree, all of us are kind of aware already, like to some degree, varying degrees, of course. We are already aware of what's happening. And it's been really interfering with a type of development, our progression, right? The progression of our personal development. It's been interfering with that. Oh, okay. Hold on. One of my girlfriends sent me a video and I saw it like a few minutes ago. Did I? Hold on. I think I already downloaded it. Did I? I did. I did. Okay. I'm going to share this with you guys. So I literally just came across this, but it kind of addresses the whole concept of why I joke around so much. And, people be getting all like, Emmy, Emmy, this is serious. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. It's serious. That's good. It is. It's serious. But I'll show you this video. Okay, this ties into everything. Here. Right.
Okay. Secrets from remote viewing. I was taught again by the guy who taught top secret level at the CIA and has taught around the world, actually. Anyways, I'm going to teach you something that was really important. I learned that laughter was the key to manifesting or to tapping into your power. So the first thing they would do every time we would get into the room before we would start remote viewing is he would play videos that were like funny videos. So if you're in a state where you want to get into a manifesting state, my suggestion is go on YouTube, type in comedians, listen to your top comedian, and get some laughter started. Guys, if the top secret level of the CIA knew to do this, we should be doing this. Laughter, it's key. Do this with your children. If you're a teacher or a parent and you want to get something done with your kids, start with laughter. If you are a goal-oriented person and you don't know how to get focused, start with laughter. Take it from the top level of CIA. They know what they're
They know it. Boom. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So we need to really, really tap into our power by way of least resistance. Laughter is a release. It's a release. I remember there's this very distinct memory that I have from high school, right? I had this history teacher who he spoke really loud. He always spoke really loud. He always enunciated his words. And I was just like, but he's a good teacher. You know what I mean? He gets you to pay attention. And I remember one day, class was about to start. And me and my girl Gretchen, I sat in front of her. She sat behind me. And yeah, I don't know why. We just started laughing, right? I don't know who started laughing first, but one of us started laughing and then the other started laughing too. And as it started to die down, we'd be like, we would laugh more because then the other person would point and then, yeah. And it was like 10 minutes. We could not stop laughing. We couldn't stop laughing. And it was to where the teacher, who is always serious, was cracking up like tears. And then pretty much everyone in class was laughing. And everyone's like, why are you guys laughing? We're like, we don't know. Everyone thought I didn't. I don't know if she did, but I know I didn't. But it was just hilarious. It was hilarious. And I remember that totally shifted the mood of the class. It was, I want to say, like late fall, early winter time. And so, it's in California. It's cold for California. It was maybe like 50 or 60 degrees, which is freezing AF. for Californians. And this particular teacher would leave all the windows open because ain't nobody falling asleep in his class, right? And so most people would be like, it's his class. But that day, it was such a good learning environment. We were able to tap into aspects of ourselves that really helped us to take in this information. I mean, with my memory being the way it is, I still very distinctly remember that day. I very, very distinctly remember that day. We were speaking about the Constitution. I mean, for me to remember that just because of laughter, it's a very, very powerful thing, right? So now what we need to do is allow ourselves to find the humor in a lot of the different things that are going on. If you're going to give me an opportunity to choose between laughter, maybe inappropriate laughter, or rage, I will most likely laugh first. I will most likely have some type of nervous laughter, kind of try and find the humor in what's going on versus just tapping into a depth of rage and destruction. And like, that's not necessary. Sometimes it is, but it's not necessary to make it my go to reaction. Right? For most circumstance that I've come across, it is not necessary to make that your go to reaction. I think the last time that we experienced that was, or I experienced that, like instant rage. We were driving on a 2-lane highway in the mountains. So you literally have nowhere to go. There's no shoulder. On the far right is a sheer drop off. It's a cliff, sheer drop off. And a pickup truck, a Comcast pickup truck, decided they were pissed off at a big rig that was fully loaded and cut them off and slam on their brakes, brake check a big rig on a 2-lane. I'm getting pissed just thinking about it, on a 2-lane road in the mountains. And the big rig nearly crushed my vehicle. I was pissed. That was instant. Like, I will fucking fight you through the window. Not even joking. I rolled down my window. We couldn't catch up though. Yeah, no, no. Let me tell you, Bay Area standards, whatever you can grab in the car, we fighting through the windows while we're driving. Like, it's on. But luckily, we couldn't go side to side with that vehicle. They decided to drive fast and we couldn't. That was the last time. I feel like that was absolutely justified. I might be erroneous in my stance, but I feel like that was absolutely justified because that person endangered everyone's life on that 2-lane road. It's okay though. I called CHP. I called CHP and described the behavior and verbalized my concern, gave them the mile marker we were at. And maybe 2-3 miles down the road, we watched an officer pull them over. Oh, not CHP, Highway Patrol. CHP is California Highway Patrol. I called Highway Patrol. Yeah. And they asked me if I'd be willing to give my identity in order to, give an official legal statement. Absolutely. I'll give my full legal name. Absolutely. I'm more than willing to. Yep. So that was dealt with. But that was the last time I felt instant rage. Most things in your life, you do not need to tap into instant rage. Most things you have to assess. Why do you feel this way? Most things you have to really allow yourself to look at the humor in what it is you're dealing with. Now, what's happening right now, the crucial energetic developments are trying to prevent you coming home to yourself, right? They're trying to prevent you from coming home to yourself, from experiencing an understanding of the gravity of your existence. all of us matter. It doesn't matter what type of energetic or soul family you come from. All of us matter. We are all important. We all are holding space for frequencies to enter. Now, the things that are happening is that those who are creating the discord within society, they are being heavily protected. They are being very much concealed. Their behaviors, their intentions, it's being concealed. It's being yeah, that's all I can say. Have you guys noticed that there's an uptick in Mr. Trump, orange dude? There's a little bit of an uptick in that individual speaking publicly at events, functions. Like, what? I thought there was a full blackout on him, right? Because there was. There pretty much was. But I'm seeing that he's kind of speaking on things a little bit. Why? Have you guys seen that? Have you guys seen how he had a talk regarding, I believe, Ohio, right? I believe that's what he was talking about. And he went ahead and he had made a statement, something about how he ordered a certain agency to provide some aid through the giving of water and some supplies. And then he took the first responders to dinner at McDonald's, right? So, hmm. So, they're not going to be cleansed of their sins. These ones that are being concealed, protected for the time being, they're not going to be absolved of their sins. They're not going to be cleansed. There's a lot of things that are going to be brought out into the open. It's necessary. And the things that will be brought out into the open are things that, it might cause a little bit of like, whoa, wait, what? 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 Right? This is about the upside down masculine energy. That fallen patriarchy is going through a correction, a deep, deep core correction. And this is being done in order to stabilize the planetary grid. Once the planetary grid is allowed to be stabilized, we as a collective whole will begin manifesting the things that need to be manifested. The types of changes, the shifts, the removal of certain types of things. It's just a lot. It's a lot. I don't like to dive into political matters. I really try my hardest to pay none of that any of my attention. Like, I'm good. So good off of it. But here's the thing. With all of that political stuff going on, there's going to be a banishment that occurs. I feel like the banishment has already been initiated. But there are attempts, magical attempts, energetic frequency, social engineering. I should not have said that. Well, I already did. So, there's going to be a lot of things a lot of tools that will be used to go ahead and try and delay the progression. So as we as individuals, as we go ahead and continue down our path of ascension, that affects the planetary grid. It absolutely affects the planetary grid. And once that happens, all sorts of tremendous change begins to take place. And it becomes like a snowball effect, faster and larger and faster and larger and larger and larger, until it becomes something that's undeniable. Once it becomes undeniable, am I allowed to say that? There is a high likelihood of public discontent, leading to actions that are rooted in that discontent. Okay. Yep. Yeah. So it's going to trigger primal fear, which is rooted in our reptilian brain. Part of the galactic hybridization program that we underwent involved the hybridization not just of fallen Melchizedek, but of Reptilian, because Reptilian does have the capacity to bridge the gap. The frequency, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot of energy. Reptilian genetics has the capacity to bridge the gap between human frequency, terrestrial frequency, which is condensed, lower vibration, lower frequency, and the natural resting state of Melchizedek, even when it's fallen, right? So it kind of, that reptilian genome that we were hybridized with, it bridges that. It helps us to integrate better as capable of ascension. It helps us to integrate better into a physical body, right? So part of the reptilian brain, like the hyperstimulation of the amygdala and other areas of the brain, that would then push you into behavioral patterns and cycles that are strictly primal reactivity, right? You're not going to put a lot of thought, executive processing and function into your decision making. You're just going to be reactive. You're going to be highly susceptible to things that are flashed across the screen. That's kind of what we're entering into. The antithesis, the antidote to that, is unconditional love. I'm not talking about unconditional love in the sense of the love and lighters, those who have been indoctrinated by the New Age program paradigm. That is the same type of toxicity, but it's been transposed onto the opposing side of the spectrum. So you have the right side of toxic and then the left side of toxic. They're both toxic. They're both toxic. So toxic is toxic. It's toxic whether it comes from the left or the right, correct? Like the whole argument between the bipartisan blah 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 Democrat and they're both fucking toxic. They are. They're both toxic. I don't believe in any of that. So that's kind of, it's not that we're supposed to be in a state of primal fear or a state of unconditional love that allows for enablement. We have to find that middle ground. And it's very difficult. I'm sick and tired of them spraying the fucking air. Jesus Christ. Do you guys hear the fighter jets? These fuckers. I'm sick and tired of them poisoning me. Fucking A. Oh my God. That's like the fourth one. They're playing tic-tac-toe in the sky. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this shit. I swear to God, I can't fucking breathe the air. Okay, calm down. I can't find the humor. I can't. I'm just so fucking sick and tired of them spraying. All right. We're just going to calm down for a moment. We're just going to calm down for a moment. I'm sick of going outside and fucking seeing tic-tac-toe being played in the sky. I'm sick of that shit. Okay. So, are we good now? We're good now. We're good now. We're back in control of ourselves. That fucking pissed me off real bad because it's like I want fresh air to breathe. My lungs are very sensitive. Like I was at the gym earlier, and the ladies that work at the gym are amazing ladies, very friendly. Just, I hear them again. Don't make it fall. Would it be karmic? Because that's a human flying that. It would also be catastrophic wherever that falls. I would love to knock one down out of the sky, but I'm not allowed to. Two wrongs don't make a correction. They don't. So, finding my space of center. So I was at the gym. The ladies started disinfecting the whole gym, which I'm totally for that. I love sterilization. I love disinfection. I love a sterile environment, but I cannot breathe that shit in. So I had to end my workout and I told my husband, we gotta go. It hurts to breathe. We gotta go. You'll find that a lot of people who are extremely high frequency, they have a tendency to have very sensitive lungs. Very, very sensitive lungs because we've allowed ourselves to suppress so much, and the lungs are the organs that are connected to suppression. When you suppress all of the things, the pains that society feels, you take it all in and then you suppress it, and you take more in and you suppress it. Most of the highly sensitive have breathing issues like asthma and all kind of different things like that. Yeah, unfortunately, it's more than just pollution. It has to do with suppression. If you are someone who has been on steroids for a prolonged period, you could ask any knowledgeable fucking A. Can y'all hear that? I don't want to be on this planet. They fucking suck here. They suck here. This planet fucking sucks. It sucks here. It just fucking sucks. It sucks. It's coming back. I can hear it. That is someone who has a family. I'm just trying to I am creating a story in my mind that pilot is someone who has a family and they are trying to make an honest living. All right. So, The unconditional love and the primal fear, we need to find the middle ground there. A lot of the things that are being done is an attempt to disrupt the light of awareness. Card number 105. It's a disruption tactic. You hear it again? Drones are more quiet. I know. Drones are not that loud. Yeah. Card number 105, Light of Awareness, Orion Light, Future. So they want to disrupt your ability to tap into your awareness. They want you to exist in a darkness. You notice where the hole is? That's your solar plexus. They want to empty out your sense of personal power and personal self. They want to rob you of your flame and dissolve you, dissolve your individuality. Don't allow that. Don't allow that, right? Don't allow that. If y'all think this a coincidence, y'all think it's a coincidence? You guys think it's a coincidence to have and I don't live close enough to an airport for you to hear a commercial airliner fly overhead. That's a fighter jet. That is a fighter jet that is flying overhead. And no, you should I'm not where you should be hearing that kind of thing repeatedly, every couple minutes repeatedly, right? Now I'm not I'm not going to say that it's intentional disruption and that I'm so special that military procedures are being conducted overhead in order to disrupt my super important live stream. I'll let you make up your mind on whatever that could possibly mean. But let us see. So, forgiveness and gratitude. You know, hi, Cozy Parker. Forgiveness and gratitude. Card number 84, 8 being the number of a reunification, 4 being the number of self. So there's a reunification that's taking place. You have to reunite with your higher self. We have to reunite as individuals who are members of smaller communities, right? Forgiveness and gratitude, forgiving yourself for not knowing any better until you knew better, having gratitude for the fact that you are now realizing how much you didn't know. That's a place of power. People think, we are programmed to think that places of power merely involve shows of power. That's not true. That's not true. The most powerful places are the places where you realize things. And you're in a place right now, you're being brought to a place by your soul where you're beginning to realize the things that you're needing to realize. That's powerful. You know what I mean? All of us are powerful to some degree. And just because you don't have as much ability as another person does not mean you're less important. It means you need to begin having gratitude for the awareness of what you are powerful in, because that's where you are meant to excel. That is where you are meant to apply yourself, to put your entire heart into it, right? Like I excel in the work that I do. Now, should I feel badly that I didn't become a doctor? No, I have, you know, I have medical inclination. I have an understanding, a limited understanding of medical terminology, physiology, and anatomy. It'll do for what I'm doing, what I'm using that information for. And no, I don't need to feel badly or ashamed or a failure because I didn't live up to my misconstrued expectation that I would become a neurosurgeon. Like, that was the version of me that didn't know myself yet. Don't get me wrong, I could have excelled in neurosurgery, but is that my calling? Is that my passion? Probably not. Probably not. I would have done good in that field, but would I have done great? Greatness to the capacity that I know I can. Mm, I could have touched a handful of lives, but I'm I'm designed to touch millions, not a handful, not a couple hundred over the course of my career. I was designed to touch millions. So, what do I have to feel badly for? Absolutely nothing. Have I touched millions yet? No. Should I be ashamed of that? No, I'm still being cultivated by soul. I'm still learning how to properly, responsibly harness my gifts. Whatever those gifts are, however they express themselves, they are part of how I will do what I was created to do. Same applies for you. The same exact thing applies for you. So, right now, it's about forgiving yourself for these assumptions of what you were supposed to be and the way you treated yourself because you didn't become that. It was never in my destiny to become a medical professional in that way. It was in my existence, my obligatory existence of once upon a time to be what other people told me I should be. Right? I've had a lot of people, and I'm sure you have as well. I've had a lot of people over the course of my lifetime telling me who I'm supposed to be, what I am supposed to be. When I was little, like little, I used to get in big trouble if I fell and got a boo boo, right? Like any demarcation on my skin was like, I would get in big trouble, right? Like if I scraped my knee or whatever, being a kid. And it was this thing of there were several people in my extended family who had this expectation that I would grow up to be Miss Universe. Because why? I'm a fucking tomboy. Stop it. You want me to be Miss Universe? Stop. I can't. Why? Because I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to wear heels and do all that. I mean, I can, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to. So that's the thing. Have gratitude for you having been guided away from the things that you weren't supposed to be. A crucial energetic development is coming. Everything that you were guided away from, everything that you were instead guided towards, that is leading to you fulfilling your part during this crucial energetic development. I wish I could say, I wish I could just tell you guys. Mm. You have a right to know. You have a right to know. Michael, if you break my laptop, I do not have the budget to buy a new one. I swear to God. He said your electronics will be compromised if you do not comply. I swear to God, if you break my laptop, I'm not buying another one. You're going to have to figure the fuck out how I'm going to keep doing the work I'm told to do. because, anyways. Card number 56, I'm in compliance. Card number 56, healing crisis and purging. They don't want you to be aware that we're in a healing crisis and we are purging. What I've noticed, like, have you heard of predictive programming? I know I'm walking a fine line. I'm in compliance. Have you heard of predictive programming? Look into that. I can't delve into it, but predictive, you got to look into that. So what ends up happening is some of the movies that we watch are kind of telling us how things are going to go. And what I've come to realize is that they sensationalize it, right? They sensationalize it and make it something that is just so beyond what we think is within the scope of potential reality, that it becomes this thing of like, no, that could never, it would never. Yeah, no, there's a purge going on right now. There is a healing crisis and a purge, right? So, you see that and that. You see those two? That and that, right? Can I say that? Can I say it? The polarities are activated. That is indicative of a bioelectric current that's being run. This symbolizes crown consciousness. There is something that's trying to harvest your crown space, that level of consciousness. They're running a polarity. For those in the sanctuary, I'm going to write a note really quick so that I don't forget to mention this. Man. Anyways. Okay. All right. So, for those who are in the sanctuary, remind me to speak on this bioelectric current, how it ties into ladders and whatnot. Let me just take a picture of it. All right. So renewed hope in reverse. They don't want you to have that hope. Now, I've talked about how hope and faith are part of the infancy of our consciousness. That doesn't make it any less potent, any less important, any less valid. Until you've reached the adulthood of your consciousness, even the young adulthood, you have to be realistic of where you're at. So if you're still in the infancy portion of your consciousness, you need to heavily rely on hope. You need to heavily rely on faith. I got a video notification regarding scientists reveal secrets the Vatican doesn't want you to know. Y'all think I'm joking? Y'all think I'm making it up? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, you know? Yes, that's the Carnelian law. Carnelian law stipulates that if I reveal to you my plan and you willingly choose to participate, consciously, actively choosing, or through passive permission by not choosing something different, not avoiding, then I'm absolved of the karmic load that I would have incurred had I not told you. Carnelian law. So, holographic healing is a holograph reality, or is it imagery? Is it something that is meant to create the illusion of in order to um, further the experience of something as a reality when you know damn well it's not real, right? So, a lot of the programs that we're participating in right now are going to be affected by this crucial energetic development because we're going to suddenly become aware to varying degrees, of course, because cognitive dissonance is a fucking hoe. We're going to become aware to varying degrees of the ways in which we've been participating in holographic healing. We haven't really been experiencing true in depth healing. This is the very reason why, as part of Soulwork Synergistics SEI programs, these are programs available to our community, virtual and eventually in person. We're rolling out the Eco Pantry, where we're going to be talking about these types of things where you can grow whole foods. You'll learn these things. We're working on securing speakers who can come and talk to us about how to do things to promote true healing, true health. It's, I mean, y'all, we got to get rid of this holographic healing that we have been participating in. We have to boot that. We have to just like, no, 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 we will not. We want the real deal. We want the real thing. Do you notice how modern medicine really just takes a caca on traditional Chinese medicine, TCM? It poops all over um, meridians, acupressure, acupuncture. It poops all over naturopathic medicine. It poops on chiropractic therapies. It poops on herbalism, everything. Like, oh, that's not real science. You know what? Fuck off with that real science bullshit. Oh, follow the science. You know, the only constant science has shown that given enough time, it will disprove itself. The things that it dictates as fact and absolute right now, given enough time, it will be disproven. Fuck out of here with science. Let me just say that. Fuck out of here with follow the science. Mm-hmm. Why is it that when people who are trained, properly trained in scientific processes, when they reveal information that is not in alignment with the official narrative, those people are maligned? They are harassed. They are discredited. They are made to look like fools. And eventually, they are made to have accidents, lethal accidents. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Card number 22, homesickness. in reverse. We don't even know where home is. I'm going to talk about this in the Soul Sanctuary as well. And you guys have a right to know this stuff. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Card number 106, force of attraction. So there's a repatterning that's occurring. I'm going to use some technical terms that are based in quantum chaotics. There is an acceleration that is being fueled by trauma-induced accretion. This acceleration of scalar wave repatterning is causing modulations in specific types of morphogenetic templates. Those morphogenetic templates that are receiving the modulations, they are being transcribed and transformed into a silicate matrix. This is a very high degree of ascension mechanics. This is going to lead for some, this is going to lead to not just a convergence, but a convergence that is rooted in chakra reintegration, full flow, no channel, full flow, no channel. The amount of frequency that can be harnessed in a full flow, no channel state, running a silicate matrix. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Wait. Hold on. Liquefaction event 2023. Liquefaction of biomass. Okay. There's going to be an international conference on soil liquefaction and earthquakes scheduled September 16th through 17th in Zurich. International Conference of Liquefaction of Soil, July 17th through 18th in Tokyo. Pyrolysis and liquefaction of biomass and waste will be held in Vienna on May 7th. February 6th, there was a liquefaction event caused by a 7.8 earthquake, 7.8 on the Richter scale in Turkey. So sciencedirect.com. Earthquakes may cause liquefaction of seabed soil around monopile. Carleton University will be having a liquefaction during earthquake lecture. The effect of larger liquefaction events since 1900. ResearchGate. Give me 1 second. 2010 to 2011, Christchurch sequence. Magnitude of event 7.1 on the Richter scale with a 6.3 subsequent aftershocks. No known fatalities with 6,000 plus buildings red zoned. So 2010, 2011. 1964, Niigata, 7.6. 1995, Kobe, 6.9. 95, 90. So okay, we have 1935. Hold on. So, oops, 1935, 1964, 1999, 2010, 2011, then 2016. So it'd be 30 years, 29 years. So 29 years. 5. 11 years. 5 years. So it went from 29 years between liquefaction events to then 35 to then 11 to 5 years. There's going to be another liquefaction event. Where would it be? Give me 1 second. Let me look at Earth. USGS. Let's look at the whole world. Okay. Shit. It's centering around the Ring of Fire. What size is this? 5.2. What about this? 5.6. 4.3. 4.5. 5.4. It's all shaking at roughly the same resonance. 5.8. 4.4. 4.3. 5.3. Between fourth and fifth harmonics. That opens up into harmonic. If it goes higher, it's going to open up into harmonic universe 3. That's not good. That is definitely not good. Okay, so I'm sorry. I got caught up in that. So there's going to be a merger point. It's going to go ahead and cause an acceleration in whatever it is that is being pre-planned. They're trying to separate that They're trying to separate it because it will be pressure injected into their plans, and their plans will falter once that occurs. So trying to block that awakening, right? That moment of awakening. They're trying to, I need a picture of this. It has to do with Jacob's ladder. If you look at what Jacob's ladder is, you could do that yourself. You'll begin to see some of what the game plan is. So, warrior spirit in reverse, they want you to be so ashamed of your nature, your innate ability to harness aggressive energies, to be able to speak forcefully with intention, with a message, powerfully shifting someone else's perceptions because of the way you can communicate. They want you to be ashamed of that. They want you to lose that warrior heart, that warrior energy. They want you to be more compliant, complacent. They want you to be complicit. When you are tasked to be one of the types of souls who are here to help facilitate the shifting from one paradigm into a more sustainable paradigm, when you're tasked to do that, see action requested. Everyone will be on the edge of their seats when they learn this truth. Anyways, when you don't do your part, when your soul asks you to do your part, that makes you complicit in the crimes against the collective. There's abundance that's being transferred. It's been being transferred as we speak. For months now, it's been being transferred. A lot of what's needing to happen is simply allowing yourself to be guided by the awareness that you're developing for yourself. You have to develop your awareness in order to be able to properly discern what moves to make for yourself in your personal journey. You can't rely on anyone, not even me. You cannot rely on anyone to dictate to you the way you should move through this period. You shouldn't do that. Not even me dictating to you. No. You should be receiving this communication and allowing yourself to begin considering how this applies to your life, how this applies to your development. Do you feel that shaking? Hold on. Okay. I believe, don't quote me though. I believe it was in the Kybalion. Kybalion. By the three initiates. I believe it was in that writing that I remember that it was stated, and I'm paraphrasing, when the master arrives, the earth shall quake. So there's two types of masters because we live in a polarity. We live in a dualistic space. And so there's going to be two masters. One has already arrived. The opposing polarity will arrive shortly, but one has already arrived. Very upside down in our sense of what is parasitic. A lot of what is parasitic is embraced by society. A lot of what is healthy is definitely shunned. It's not uncommon for those types of speakers to be called crazy, right? So, yeah, Kybelion, or it might have been in the Emerald tablets. Hold on, let me see. Emerald tablets. Okay. Ooh. If one comes to thee full of knowledge, listen and heed, for wisdom is all. Keep thou not silent when evil is spoken for truth. Hold on. Hermes Trismegistus. What a hoe. Hermes is a hoe. Because he is. Because he is. Okay, hold on. The emerald tablets do not hold the secret keys to the universe. It doesn't. It's a good read though. Yeah, I'm not gonna find it. I'm not gonna find it. It's somewhere in either of those books. It's one of the two. It talks about tectonic shifting when a master arrives. Whose master? Definitely not mine. I only answer to one. I only answer to one. The formless creator of all things. That's all I answer to. I have no master. I am Ronin. I am, though. I'm a masterless samurai. Samurai. Okay, let me stop. I live by the sword. I shall die by the sword. It's the life of Bushido. Okay, knock it off, girl. Card number 49, self-acceptance. You gotta just accept yourself as you are. You do. You must accept yourself as you are. And you have to allow yourself to go through this process so you can realize what you're here to do. Because you're here to do something. You're definitely here to do something. I don't know what it is. You need to know what it is. I don't need to know what it is. You need to know what it is. You need to go on the journey of self rediscovery to be able to find it. You know what I'm saying? You need to be able to find that. Card number 17, galactic assistance. Our brethren in other membranous types of existence. Yeah, no, the galactics will not be allowed to enter into the ring. Ooh. The ring can mean so many things. Well, at first I thought it was just a wrestling ring, but it can mean so many things. Are they not allowed to enter through the ring of fire? Are they not allowed to enter through the Stargate rings? Are they not allowed to enter? I mean, the rings could represent so many different things. The 5 rings of power. Ooh, Mashamoto, Miyamoto, Musashi. Stop. Musashi? Okay, stop, girl. This is intense. Receiving sigil, but it's in reverse. So whatever it is you're trying to receive right now, messages from galactics and things like that, you got to be really careful. These gunnins for the ones who can hear and see and receive. If your judgment is upside down, thinking you can protect yourself from things you don't understand, well, you're going to get fucked up. You're getting fucked up tonight. Tonight. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me just not. I'm sorry. So, if you are listening to people who are channeling, notice I don't channel. I can channel, but I don't channel. Why? Because first, I ain't no hoe. This is a sacred ass temple. Okay. I'm not no hoe like that. I'm just saying. I'm not some energetic hoe. No, you cannot just come in here. So no. You got to be careful. Those who are channeling, and I'm speaking in the broadest terms possible. I'm not singling anyone out. I'm not accusing. I'm giving you information. For those who can channel, if they don't have an understanding that's necessary, if they don't have the depth of judgment that's necessary to create a healthy discernment, then I mean, that includes the people who are speaking light language on videos, their, transmissions, downloads, or whatever the hell they want to call it. You know, you got to be careful about that. Whenever I come across that on social media, I swipe immediately. I swipe immediately. I'm good. You're not infecting my ass. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I'm not willing to. So there's a lot of that going on. And that's part of the precursor, the priming that's being done to the collective whole as they, the proverbial demonic ass they, are preparing for this crucial energetic development. This energetic development is going to sway everything. It's going to tilt the scales for everyone. So they're trying to stack the chips. They're trying to stack the chips in hopes that the scales will tilt in their favor. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Because I'm trying to build a big ass at the gym. I'm trying to build a big ass, and I'm going to sit on that scale. And it's going to outweigh all their stacked chips. And I would like for you to sit there with me too, on the side that benefits all of us. All of us. May I? Can I confess something? Can I tell you guys a secret? Is that okay? Because I want to tell you a secret. Are you guys okay with me telling you this secret? I promise the secret's still going to be in compliance. So I don't give a fuck if I hurt the feelings of the 1%. I don't care how they feel. That's my secret. I don't care if I hurt their feelings or fuck up their plans or any of that. I just don't care. I mean, granted, they put so much effort and have invested so many generations into this planet. I just don't give a fuck. I don't. I don't care. I don't. I don't care. I don't. I don't care if they lose their wealth. as long as that wealth is somehow redistributed back to all of us. Whether that wealth be transferred to a singular person and that person is now tasked to redistribute the wealth back to everyone, or if it's just like widespread. Yeah, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Yeah, that's my secret. It's not a secret anymore, and I don't care. That's right, Catherine. Yes, if we could just like, you know, if you resonate with what I just said and how I feel, if you have that as your secret as well, you just go ahead, hashtag that. We don't care. hashtag, hashtag, we don't care. We don't care. I'm not wishing harm on the 1%. I'm just saying I don't care if their feelings get hurt. I don't. I don't. All of this is affecting the progression, okay? For those who don't utilize judgment, because you've been convinced by someone on the internet that you need to allow yourself to be exposed to the light codes, transmissions, light language, galactic messages, all sorts of different galactic languages. Your progression is going to be greatly affected. It is. Now, I'm not saying every single person that channels or speaks light language, light code, galactic languages are wicked. I am not saying that at all. Nor am I saying that all of them are aware of how they're being used. Okay. What I am saying is this is a very real thing. And so if you're not going to take the time to discern for yourself what you should and should not be a part of, you will be greatly affected. It's not enough to make a declaration because, as I said in the past so many times, unless your energy backs up that declaration, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything at all. They're like, so sometimes I can, let's be very transparent. I can be hypercritical of other parents at times. It hasn't happened much lately. Hasn't happened much since I was a mother to nothing but toddlers. It's usually in the toddlerhood that I was becoming very hypercritical of other parents because I would watch these parents who were failing to effectively communicate with their toddlers and they were trying to say that the toddler's the issue. The toddler's not a fucking issue. You're the issue. Why? Well, because your energy is telling the toddler something else, something that contradicts what you are saying. And you're creating confusion for your toddler, which is causing them to feel very uncomfortable and actually exacerbating their behavior. The issue with the undesirable behavior stems from the contradictory nature of your communication and your energy. When my children were toddlers, I never had to yell. I'm not saying I'm the best parent. I'm not saying I'm a better parent. I'm saying I've never had to yell at anyone else's child. Well, one time I did. One time I did because we were at the SPCA. I was getting my mother-in-law a dog. And my son, who was like 4 or 5 years old, he was looking at some of the other dogs. And this kid who wasn't with their parent decided to try and prevent my child from exiting that viewing space by grabbing him from the back of his shirt. Like that. And my child is not a combative child, is not an aggressive child. And he was just trying to get out. The other child was very aggressive. I'd been watching it and I was like, okay, just stand back for a little bit. Let my child have an opportunity to speak up for himself, exert boundaries, things like that. And that's where I drew the line because he was getting physically aggressive with my son. And so when he grabbed my son by the back of his shirt and it looked like his shirt was going to rip already, I absolutely went over there and I said, let him fucking go. Where the fuck is your parent? Yeah, I sure did. And then his dad comes walking up. I said, hey, your kid's fucking up here. My mother-in-law's like, sorry, mom. Fuck yeah. Hey, you know what? No, that needed to be communicated. How fucking pissed off I was that you're violating my child in that way. Absolutely. His dad couldn't say anything. His dad told him to like let him go. Like, kid. So that, yeah, I did raise my voice at another child once. But the thing is that I've never had to do that with anyone else's child. Everyone who allows me to babysit their child is completely surprised at how their child behaves with me. Because the way they behave with me is not at all the way they behave with anyone else. And no, I do not threaten, I do not coerce. I see you for what you are, a very good, small person. And I want to enjoy our time together. So let us both respect this space and the sacredness of our opportunity to connect temporarily. I don't think I've ever met a child that doesn't like me. Why? Because they never have to feel insecure about what I'm saying and what my energy is telling them. It always aligns. It always aligns. My husband knows this about me. If we are out somewhere in public and there's an issue and I'm like, hey, you don't back the fuck up, I'm gonna fuck your ass up. He's like, no, she gonna fuck you up. Yeah. No, I don't fuck people up. I let you know, like, we about to go there. You don't leave me the fuck alone. We about to go there. I'm down to go there. You down to go there? If you're not down to go there, you just like, you better quit. Leave us alone. I'm not trying to go there, but if you give me no other option but to go, I will go there. I'll absolutely go there. Your energy has to match up with what you're saying. If you are trying to convince yourself that your space is secure and you have to make these agreements with other beings, your space is not secure. You're trying to barter for your safety in exchange for feeding your energy. When you pay attention to something, you are paying in your energy. You always pay in your energy. So during this period where we're leading towards a crucial energetic development, what needs to happen is you need to be mindful of where you're sending that energy. Because there are people who exist who will utilize the energy that they harvest from you to harm you. This is not meant to scare you. This is meant to create an awareness so that you can disengage from the things that are designed to do this to you. The moment I sense that someone is trying to force me to interact in order to harvest more energy from me, I'm good. A prime example of this, that time when I was arguing with a hospital regarding their violation of my brother's human rights and my right as his legal agent, notarized and submitted legal agent, from being able to be bedside with him to advocate for him. And I was live streaming when that happened, if some of you might remember. And The hospital rep came down to speak to me eventually. It was the house supervisor. And he was trying to be antagonistic in his communication. He was using large movements. He was speaking to me about a very private matter in a public open space with other people, violation of HIPAA, fucker. Uh, and he was trying to get me to engage in that way. I refused. And I flat out asked him. The only confrontation I did was can I ask you a question? Why are you yelling when I'm sitting so close to you? You're not going to get my energy and use it against me. I knew exactly what they wanted to do. They wanted to use my energy, my passionate reaction and response to be able to forever ban me from that private campus, which leaves my brother susceptible because now he has no legal advocate. You got to see what people are doing. You got to see it. You got to see how these different codes that are being, spoken or channeled, these messages, whatever it is, you got to see how it's affecting you. Now, again, I want to reiterate, not everyone who speaks light language, galactic tongues, not everyone who channels is doing so malignantly. Okay. Even malignant in an unaware manner. Not everyone. Some actually are. They're designed to do this. That's part of their job, to transmit these codes, and they're sanctioned to do that. But there's very few numbers in that. There are very few who are sanctioned by creation. So for some of you who really, really, really feel like such resonance with me, where do you feel that resonance? And it's okay if you don't feel resonance with me. I could be brash. I could be a little too blunt and just fucking weird sometimes. I know myself. I'm not in denial. Where do you feel the resonance? If you like deeply resonate with me, where do you feel it on your body? Okay. Village Baby says in his heart, between the heart and the throat. So high heart area. Heart and third eye in the heart, heart and throat. Notice how it's the upper chakras, right? Notice how it's the upper chakras. If you don't feel a resonance like that depth of resonance with whoever's channeling something, you keep it moving. Keep it moving. Don't watch it. Don't listen to it. Keep going. That's how you know. Your body is the roadmap. It's the notification board. It's a control panel. It's telling you what is safe and not safe. Heart and higher, safe. Your higher self wants you to experience that. You're going to learn something from it. You're going to develop some of your thoughts, some of your theories. It's going to help you to develop. It's going to help you to progress, whether it's just because you're watching a video or you're actually personally and privately interacting with a person, So it's going to help you. Heart space and lower, stomach area, below the heart, lower. The lower it is, the more it's like, ooh, might hurt. Lower than that, ooh, you might get fucked up. You might get fucked up. Okay. So that whole concept of butterflies, that's a lie. When I met my husband, I didn't feel butterflies at all. I did feel like my heart was beating in a different way though. And I did feel some almost like anxiety rising up to my throat. Like, this is intense. What the hell is this? Right? When I first interacted with my very first twin that I found, I didn't feel butterflies in my belly either. I felt it in my lower heart space, and this is the dark twin. Felt it in my lower heart space, like, oh, hmm, I don't know why, but I think I have to interact with this guy. Some random ass guy. I don't know who he is. Turns out he was a twin. When I first came across my twin ray, I felt it in the high heart, third eye, and the back of my head. Mhm. So your body tells you. Your body tells you exactly what this is, whether it should be avoided or not. It's your human curiosity that causes you to linger a little longer than you should. It's your self doubt, your lack of trust in yourself that causes you to expose yourself to things that you shouldn't be exposing yourself to. It's okay. We're all in a space of learning still. And now that you're hearing these things and realizing these things for yourself, you need to begin applying these things because now that you're aware, you're now going to be held accountable by your soul. So be aware, cultivate it, cultivate your understanding between the self and the soul, and allow that progression, the progression of your awareness, the expansion of it to be the very thing that rejuvenates you. Right? So, what I will do for you guys, because I'm going to have to get going soon. What I will do for you guys, if you're sensitive to energy and you want to begin cultivating your sense of what your body will tell you when you're in the presence of something or someone that you need to avoid, like politics. Okay. I can do a simulation. Do you guys want me to do that? Do you want to feel it? It's not going to be, I'm not exposing you to actual malignant things, but I can create a simulation. If you're sensitive enough, you'll feel it on your body. And it will give you a sense of where on your body you'll feel possible sensations that are telling you, like, no, no. Okay. So why don't we do hashtag DWS? As Demon Horse Squad. So hashtag DWS, and I'm going to calibrate this simulation to that hashtag. I'm already feeling the energy. Okay. So I'm going to mute myself because I'm going to listen to a song to help me um, focus my brain. Okay. Breathe very deep, very slow, and just pay attention to what you feel in your body, your emotions, all of that. There's no energy that's going to be entering your space. I want to make that clear. And this is a simulation, meaning it is fake. It is not real exposure to something parasitic. Okay. How do you guys feel? Where did you feel it? What emotions did you feel? Did you feel comfortable? Did you feel uncomfortable? Did it feel like darkness? Ask yourself these questions. Use it to quantify the experience if you had an experience. Did it cause you to feel afraid? Did it cause you to feel as though you've been compromised? Like, look. And this is just a simulation. Sick to my stomach. Third eye started pounding. My head and defensive. Nausea. My spleen burning down to my sacral, then up to my brain. Went sleepy. Chills all over my skin. Lower abdomen. Felt a bit anxiety. 3 places, knee, left stomach, and elbow pains. Felt it in my stomach, made me feel sick right away, and prickly pokes to skin after felt dark and gross, like I wanted to get far away. Root, aggressive, and I growled. Defensive. Felt it in my solar plexus and back. Also felt nervous. Encroachment in my lower belly, density, energy and tightness in my solar plexus. Like, you guys are all experiencing so many different things, but all of you know what it means for you. Felt my back tense up, stomach hurt, sent into flight dissociation mode. Root, heaviness on chest. In my root, heavy energy with a pull to the ground, sharp pain from brain to lower stomach, faster breathing, feel. I'm sorry, Jessica. I hope you're okay. Did not feel like darkness to me. It was so much energy. I don't know how I felt. I felt like I was just open to it. It was so much energy. So, see, John, you have to be careful, okay? You have to be careful, because what that's telling you is that you are drawn to dark things. Not all dark things are wicked or malignant, but how do you know which one is and which one isn't, right? Husband felt sleepy, like he was in a meditation. He's your protector and shield. It was causing him to go astral so he could fight better, fight harder. Felt it in the root. Stomach hurt with a sensation shot down to my root chakra. Nausea and head started hurting while my heart was racing. Head, solar plexus. Felt a cold energy on one side. Felt fine. As your feminine energy is like, no, I don't think so. You know? So it's only fair that I give you a good feeling after experiencing that. But you see how your body speaks to you. You see how that your body speaks to you and tells you, like, you felt like something's wrong. You have a good idea of who I am and that I'm not going to mess with you. But even with that knowing, even with that trust that I have earned from you, you felt like something is not right because it wasn't right, right? Yeah. That's what happens when you are drawn to, and I'm drawn to dark things, dark people too. So doesn't mean you're bad. It doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you're dumb. It just means you're drawn to dark things, and not all dark things are wicked, but we need to learn the difference between the two, because this is what will happen. Interference through the whole lifetime, and now you can't discern between them. Okay. Ooh, you did this simulation before, but my cognitive dissonance made me feel it higher and confused me before. No matter who it is, feel it correctly. Yup. Okay, let's give you guys a good feeling, because that's pretty fucked up. I don't want to leave you that way. I don't want to leave you feeling like caca. Okay, so let's give you a good feel. Let's see. Let's pick a good one. Let's pick my favorite. Oh, that's not it. Oh, this one is my favorite. I I love this song. Put hashtag correct if you'd like to experience good energy. Loving, protective, integrity-filled energy. Hashtag correct. Feel me holding your hand. Trust yourself. You are smart. You are powerful. You are so divinely guided. Trust yourself to know what is healthy for you and what is not. For those whose higher selves will allow, feel me place my hand over your heart. You feel the warmth? Do you feel my love? When you want to know if someone is good for you, you'll feel my hand on your chest, just like you do right now. You'll be reminded of this moment and how safe you feel with me. Remember how this feels. Remember how safe and embraced by protection and love you feel right now. Use this tool. Allow yourself to learn the difference. Learn it so well, you'll no longer look for my hand on your chest. Instead, you'll realize you've been given two of your own hands by creation itself. You can handle anything. You can handle anything your life brings across your path. Take a deep breath in. Slow exhale out. Allow yourself to begin completing your experience. Feel the gravity of how deeply you're loved. How do you guys feel? You guys feel good? You feel loved? Ah! I just got a notification that says I feel this. It's for something else. Love it. I love it. For those that needed to feel it, I trust that you did. Oh, my heart, it's good. And I heard one who knows God knows goodness. I felt that through my whole being, feelings of being beloved. Ah, I love that. I love that. Yes, you can. Watch this as often as you want. We're at 1:47:47. 1 hour, 47 minutes, 47 seconds. So go back maybe 10 minutes or so, and you'll be able to find it. Okay. I started crying, didn't know why. I came onto YouTube to this. Oh, you could feel our community. You could feel all of us. I love that. I love that. I love this too. Thank you, Emmy. I feel incredible. I feel like I'm radiating light in the best ways and have a goofy, toothy permagrin as well. Love it. You see how you guys just absolutely reacted to the energies, both the dark as well as the light. Your body communicates everything to you. You didn't think you were psychic, did you? You didn't think you had any gifts? How the hell did you feel all that? How'd you experience that if you have no gifts? You're more gifted than you give yourself credit for. And those who took my morphogenetic fundamentals workshop, y'all know exactly what I mean. Y'all know exactly what I mean. Michelle P, is it your birthday today? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Michelle P. All right, guys. Crucial energetic events are developing. You're going to be fine. Have faith in your dreams and your ability to manifest those dreams. Okay. You're very close to achieving your goal, but it's in reverse. This means not that you're failing, but that you need to put more effort, divert some of that effort that you're putting in things that are nonsensical into the things that are necessary, the things that will help to cultivate and make into a reality the dreams that you have for yourself. Okay. That's what that means. It doesn't mean you're failing. It doesn't mean that you're late or behind. It means you're using too much energy on things that you don't need to use it on. So you need to divert it back to where it belongs. Okay. It's time to release negativity, but it's in reverse. No. It's time to recognize what is negative in your life and do something about it. I'm not talking about violence. Like, stop. That's not necessary. I'm not talking about being combative, argumentative. No, stop. That's not necessary. I'm talking about recognizing things and making decisions that will take you away from being accessed by the negative events and the negative people. Okay. So that you can exist in a space of peace. Believe in the impossible in reverse. No. Don't believe in it. Live it. Live the impossible. Live the impossible. Okay? Live it. Be bold and make the first move. You can make the first move even when you're afraid. And I think for some of you, that's kind of what needs to happen. You need to recognize that the fear is your body and your soul communicating to you to make the first move, but you're afraid. Sometimes you don't get the message. Instead, you get the emotion instead, right? It's okay to feel uncomfortable. It's okay to feel afraid. Those are not things that can stop you without your consent from taking that first step. Okay. A new start is coming. Nope. In reverse. So what does this mean? It means you have to finish off what you started. It means things need to be allowed to come to full fruition. Okay. It needs to be allowed to happen. Hold your vision. Keep sight of what it is you're trying to bring to fruition. Keep sight of what it is you're needing to do, how you're going to do it, what your soul is instructing you. Okay. Your dreams need a practical plan in reverse. There's a time for practicality and a time when practicality is the issue. Know the difference. Sometimes it's your practicality that causes issues for you. Sometimes it's this need, this desire to be as practical as possible that causes you to feel as though it's impossible, that you could never. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You absolutely can. I could never this, I could never that. No, you absolutely can. Yo, yesterday, was it today? Yesterday. I don't know when it was, but I did share the video of me skydiving, right? If me, who is a person that is afraid of heights, can go skydiving like that and experience that without peeing myself, I mean, really anything is possible. I just have to allow myself to. I just have to get out of my own way. And it's the environment you keep that really fuels that fear. I was very, very blessed that I was honored with the presence of an individual who is hella chill. I picked the right one to join me. Like, I don't know if they felt fear or what, but it was just this thing of like, if it's meant to happen, it will, and we'll be safe. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. If it's meant to happen, it will. If it doesn't, then it wasn't meant to be. That's just the bottom line about life. We get so caught up in things and we're like, oh, I failed. It didn't happen. I tried to make this happen. Okay, stop. That means it wasn't meant to happen. You're being protected. You're being protected. Okay? That's how you have to see things. Adjustments are required in reverse. No, they're not. Your soul is naturally adjusting you. Your soul is naturally making the necessary adjustments to your perception, to your understanding of yourself and your life, to your path, all of that. Your soul is just naturally adjusting. Like, I was so focused on this one thing that I was going to do. And then my soul made an adjustment. And I'm kind of just like, well, shit. I'm not joking. I was like, well, shit. Well, what the and I was like, you know what? Okay, soul. I don't understand it, but okay. What you say goes. Okay. That's fine. I will be in compliance. So it's a thing of, letting soul do its thing. Now, I got to get going because I'm late. I'm late. One Okay, I'm in compliance. I'm a good girl today, but not every day. Just today, I will comply with soul today. I know I'm not sending no friend request for jack shit. Michael goes, "Will you send a friend request?" No, I will not. You lost your cock ass mind. A girl has limits, you know. And Marlene, I swear to fucking God, if I catch you on my phone, you know what she tried to do? You know what she tried to do? Mm-hmm. She tried to hijack my device. She tried to hijack my device. Mm-hmm. You know what kind? No, girlfriend. Oh no, girlfriend. Whichever one of your etheric fingers you used to access my device. You see this? That's what I'm gonna do. If I fucking catch her touching my phone, that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. I tell you. Bless your meddling ass heart. I'm saying, bless your meddling ass heart, girlfriend. Don't be touching my fucking phone. We gonna have problems. Michael can't protect you from that. I'm not threatening you. I'm giving you advance notice of my malignant intent to fuck up your finger if you do that shit to my phone again. That's gonna, you gotta respect people's space. I'm not talking about my space. Like, you can't force that on people. You know, I'm talking about, yes, I am compliant, but like, you can't shove me on people. Sometimes soul just doesn't understand. Like, not everyone is receptive to me. Stop it. Not everyone likes me. I'm okay with it. Not everyone wants me around. I'm okay with that too. All right. So, card number 7, Blood Angel. In the midst of the darkness, a moon appeared with its brilliance. Are you talking about? Please stop. Are you talking about Nibiru? Planet X? Okay. People love you, girl, or they'll grow to like you. That ain't true, village baby. But I love you for having faith in me. I do. I love you, village baby. That's so sweet. You have so much faith in me. Yeah. Now, some people don't like me and they never will. I'm just saying, like, I'm like broken glass, trying to swallow broken glass for some people, you know? You just feel that go through the entire intestines. It's just not a good feel for some. I'm serious. I mean, yeah, it's kind of sad, but at the same time, it's just reality. I sometimes am received like crushed glass going through the intestines. You know, I can't force people to like me. That's okay. Stepping down from the clouds, it glanced at me. Like a falcon that hunts a bird and steals it away, it captured me and flew me back to infinite space. As I looked for myself, I could not find me, for my body had become all soul in the tenderness of love. The 9 spheres of heaven dissolved in that moon as a ship of my existence drowned in the sea of love. This is like losing yourself. It's like, I don't know. Do you dare place a limit on how much life you can contain? I pour of myself into your heart and invite you to become nothing and everything with me. Let us be the sunrise that greets the new day and the sunset that honors the dying of the day in radiant glory. Let us be the angel of light arising from darkness and the starburst in the awakening heart of a human. Be the moon at the back of my heart and the sun at the front of my heart. Be wordless and wise. Let us have nothing that we know for certain and be content. Let us be all and let us be nothing. Let us be. The oracle of the blood angel comes to you with a particular message. You are being given the gift of more life. You may experience this as growth, expansion, more energy, more life force, or divine electricity circulating through your system. The blood angel understands that in the gift of greater life, which enables a soul to live more of its essence, becoming a more palpable divine presence upon this earth, there are many unavoidable experiences. One of these is that there will be more sunsets to counter the increase in your sunrises. Ooh. This is about balance. When opening up to receive more, one needs to empty out what has been allowed for a new influx of energy. That's the purging that's going on. It's not about an exchange of equal measure, for you will receive according to the great generosity of life itself, and thus even more shall be offered in compensation for what you're willing to release. However, release must take place. Balance is the natural law. The sunset makes way for a time of night. That might be the darkness of grief or the stirring of unknown places within that only reveal themselves in the clarity of the following morning. Being ready to endure the sunset and the night to become ready to receive the sunrise, and with it more life, is your divine task now. So, allowing us to embrace the setting of the sun, the ending of a way of life as we have come to know it, in order to be able to welcome a new day, a new dawn, a new existence, a new paradigm, a new community, a new unified diversity. Why is this coming to you? You're ready for it. You have outgrown what has been, and it cannot satisfy your soul anymore. A part of you, your mind perhaps, may question whether or not you really want the change inherent in this oracle, divine gift or not. You may prefer that things remain the same, but what are you really wanting in that belief? Ooh. Ooh. Marlene has some select words. She says, what you want is what you've grown accustomed to. The monotony of pain, suffering, unhappiness, that's become your comfort zone. You're being asked to exit that comfort zone. And part of the reason why some of you are unwilling to exit that comfort zone and continue to question if you should move forward in the direction that your life is urging you to move towards is because what you are being brought to is a doorstep of absolute sovereign existence, where you will be held accountable for your choices, and that accountability will help you to grow. But you're afraid of how people will receive you. They'll receive you in the way you allow them to. That's what she says. They'll receive you in the way you allow them to, which means she wants to clarify. She says, I want to clarify. When you reject yourself and deny yourself before even reaching the end destination, you guarantee that they have rejected you without giving them the opportunity to decide. You may prefer that things remain the same, but what are you really wanting in that belief? Happiness, a sense of safety and security. Love. Remember that in any divine gift, no matter whether it seems to come at first through an obvious bestowal of grace, such as a wish coming true or a prayer being answered, or through a hidden grace of a loss or ending in our lives, there's always an offering of greater life within it. The blood angel tells you to not make yourself too small for what's happening in your soul and life now by holding on to what you know or holding on when it's better to let go. It may not be easy, but you will gain more trust in the divine, in you, in life, and great power and heavenly play can and will flow through your soul into the world. The blood angel invites you to accept the genius of life and allow it to flow through you, circulating your divine light even more abundantly into the world around you. This oracle comes with a particular blessing of well being and vitality. You have perhaps become tired or are well, but seek to engage in new projects or practices that will stretch or challenge you. The blood angel brings you the blessing of whatever energy is required to expand into where life is leading you. What the divine has instilled within your heart shall be financed with life force and energy, so it may be brought to fulfillment. It's going to be financed. You think you don't have the energy, your life is financing it. You don't need the lump sum. You just need to allow yourself to experience. And as you experience, pay attention because that's how you make your payments for that financing of your life. This is a sacred contract of human life. The journey shall be taken by the soul, and there will be challenges, and yet what is required for divine fulfillment will always be available. Always. If you've been struggling with your energy levels or with emotional or psychological challenges, more so than usual, perhaps, then you're asked to complete the sacred honoring ritual. The reason for this is that your energy, as you're going through growth and opening, can become unstable for a time, more porous or vulnerable than usual. There's nothing to be concerned about, but you will be left far more spiritual protection during this time. These rituals will assist you in gaining additional spiritual protection. If you need to take any particular action to bring yourself healing and wellness, these rituals will help you become conscious of and ready for that action simply through life experiences and internal wisdom when the time is right. So, soul is telling you the time is right, the time is ripe and right, and everything is being financed. Whatever energy or courage you think you lack, it's sitting in your account untouched. So go withdraw some energy. Go deep into your account, spiritual account, withdraw some energy. I promise you, whatever you think it is that you are not worthy of, whatever it is that you think that will cause you to have your wounds ripped back open, and whatever it is that you think is just going to unnecessarily hurt you. I don't know. I don't get that feeling. I don't get that fear-based feeling at all. I feel like you're just making these excuses because you're afraid of the next part of your life, not because any of those things are actually um, valid concerns. Do you know, for much of my life, I felt so deeply that I could never be a public speaker, that I could never allow anyone to see my innermost thoughts. I could never share my opinions, my theories. I could never let anyone know how different I am from the average person because, I mean, they'll think I'm crazy. There's no way for me to prove. There's no way to quantify in order to prove that I'm telling the truth. And I felt so deeply that my opinions, my theories, the way I see the world, It's just the musings of an overactive imagination. And when I work through that fear and learn to begin the process of accepting myself, and I have a far way to still go in that process of self acceptance, not only did I find my voice, I learned through life experience how to powerfully use that voice. I learned how to own my perception, how to own everything about me, and to own it with no shame, no guilt, and definitely no obligatory anything. I came into the truth of my power when I stopped living in such an obligatory way, but at the same time, still allowed myself to be the giver that I am. I'm not obligated to give anything. I choose to. Because at the heart of me, even with all these other aspects that come forward at times, the aspects that are able to protect me, to protect us, the aspects that allow me to be able to speak boldly, like, I don't give a fuck if you're mad at me. I'm going to tell you the truth. Um yeah, no. There's nothing about me that I've misused. At the heart of me, I am a lover, I am a nurturer. I am someone who seeks to love on others in whatever ways they will allow me to. And yeah, those other parts do still exist. They are not acts, they are valid parts of me. But at my core, that's what I am. I'm a lover. That's what I do. I love. I love in the way that's appropriate for whoever it is that's standing before me. And some of us, unfortunately, are only familiar with a language so harsh. It's okay. I have the courage to be seen in that way. Just like I've learned to have the courage to be seen in the other way. Very soft, very loving, vulnerable, even to the degree that some people might see me as weak. There's nothing weak about vulnerability. There's nothing weak about you. So allow your process. There's a crucial energetic development coming. You'll do perfectly fine. You know why you'll do perfectly fine? Because now you'll be able to discern what is good for you and what is not. So use that. If you have to watch this video several times to get comfortable with feeling what is not good for you and feeling what is good for you, what keeps you safe, what loves you, do it. Do it. Watch it. Watch it as many times as you need to cultivate your understanding of yourself. You guys, when I share energy during a live stream, I'm not just sharing energy just to show you that I can make you feel something. I know I can make you feel something if I want to. I'm sharing an experience so that you can learn yourself, who you are, where your resistance is, the ways in which you carry yourself, the ways in which you block what you deserve, what you need, what you are so desperately seeking. I don't share my energy for nothing. It's not some trick to try and make you, see me like I'm powerful. Like, who cares? Who cares? We're all powerful. What I want is for you to experience what you need to experience to cultivate your trust in yourself. You should never trust anyone, not even me, more than you trust yourself. there was only one person in this world that you should go out of your way to develop a relationship with so that you could live a happier, healthier, safer life, it would be you. Only you can provide that for yourself. And yeah, the other people who also support that, encourage that, cultivate that, it's you deciding which ones can and cannot. So at the end of the day, it is you. Love yourself. Let yourself develop that trust with yourself, okay? So I'm going to get going, but you guys, I will be heading immediately over to the soulsanctuary.love for our exclusive chat. It's going to be intense. I have some stuff to show you guys in the exclusive chat. If you're part of it already, meet me over there immediately after this. If you're not yet part of it, you can sign up at the soulsanctuary.love. Just go over to our website, the soulsanctuary.love, and you sign up with the recurring contribution option. Thank you, Lindsay. There it is. All the proceeds from the soulsanctuary.love goes directly to Soulwork Synergistics, our church and nonprofit. We are very, very excitedly and diligently working on the programs that had to be halted for a moment. We're back on track with getting things launched. We'll have announcements very soon. Once we are ready to announce the projects that we have going, because we have quite a few different things going on, we'll definitely make announcements. And I hope that you guys can join us for all these amazing, amazing things. For the nonprofit portion, we have quite a few different fundraisers that we're going to be trying because I don't know. I like to do fundraisers that involve the entire community and help us to bond on a much deeper level. I don't want to just raise money. I want to do things that make us feel like, or give us the opportunity to feel like we are creating tremendous potential for change. Some of the things that I want to, actively run fundraisers for at this point is to get the Soul Sanctuary built. There's a physical campus that we want to build. There is. Like, I haven't let go of that dream. The land is still there. We just needed to get everything all situated first. So, we're definitely working on that. And okay, now I'm going to head over to the soulsanctuary.love. If you'd like to sign up and join us over there, hurry up. We're going to start. I'll see y'all there. Bye, everyone. Oh, give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. I'll see you guys again very soon. Bye, everyone.